Hi, my name is Ngozi Okure. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we'll be looking at wealth creation idea part 2, which is have the right mindset, adapted from my book, Wealth Codes. Now, when it comes to wealth creation, the mind is everything. Why do I say so? You see, the mind is the result center of man. Now, from the mind originate thoughts, which leads to feelings, and feelings lead to action, and action leads to results. I take that again. From the mind originates thoughts, which leads to feelings, and feelings lead to actions, and actions lead to results. Now, for the man with a positive mindset, such a man will be able to generate thoughts that are proactive thoughts that lead to positive feelings, and such feelings will lead to positive actions, which will give birth to positive results. Now, a man with a poverty mindset, on the other hand, has a mind that is filled with self-sabotaging negative thoughts. So for a man that has a poverty mindset, he will generate thoughts that are opposed to wealth creation. Now, such thoughts will lead to negative feelings, which will lead to negative actions that will eventually give rise to poor results. I don't know whether you've heard the story about crabs that were placed in a container, a hollow container. Story has it that each time any of the crabs made an attempt to crawl out from the container, the others pulled it down. That's exactly what happens to a man with a poverty mindset. Each time he begins to take proactive steps, he wants to take actions, that will get him out of recessive zones, that will get him out of poverty zones. The self-sabotaging thoughts, mindset, will pull him down. He wants to take actions, he wants to take steps to exit poverty zones, take steps that will bring him into wealth, but his ideas, the ideas that are programmed into his mind, will pull him down. For a man to create wealth, he will of necessity have to renew his mind. And how do we do that? In fact, before we will know or talk about how to renew the mind, it's important that we get to know how the mindset is formed in the first place. You discover that when a child is born, the child is nurtured by people, by human beings. Now, most children are programmed genetically and environmentally. And that is why, like when I lived in Venezuela, you discover that children who are born by Nigerian parents living in Venezuela all spoke Spanish language, irrespective of the fact that their parents were not Venezolanos. They spoke Spanish. Why? Because they were surrounded by Spanish-speaking people. And such children grow up to love eating the foods that are eaten by the natives. So it's not uncommon for such children to crave arepas or empanadas, which are the local foods eaten by the natives. Why? It is programming. It's important to know that when a child grows up maybe amongst the Yorubas and begin to speak Yoruba, or a child grows up amongst the Igbos, it's not only the language that such a child learns or that such a child gets, from the environment. He also gets the money habits, the money beliefs, the money attitudes of the people from where she was raised. Now, and that majority of the people in this world are raised in poverty. Report has it that about 80%, in fact, above 80% of the people in this world are poor. That means that most children are raised in poverty. So it's not uncommon for a child who is growing up to hear such statements that there is no money, we can't afford it, there is, it's too expensive. So by the time that child is about 7 years old, he has already been programmed. He has picked the mindset of the poor. Just like the architect or building engineer can only build and produce what is in the blueprint handed over to him, such a child growing up in poverty can only produce poverty with time. So that is why it's so important that for a man to create wealth, we have to renew his mindset. And how do we do that? Very good. You see, from what I have just said, you discover that the mindset is programmed by what somebody hears consistently. And that's how also to change it. If you want to change your mindset, all you need to do is to begin to hear positive things concerning money. All those negativities that you had as a child, all those beliefs that were opposed to wealth creation, you now begin to take in the beliefs that will enhance wealth creation. Okay, I heard Bob Proctor say one money affirmation like that says, money comes to me from multiple sources in increasing quantities every day. So you open your spirit up, you open your mind up and begin to hear such positive affirmations. You begin to read good books written by wealthy people. You begin to, listen to teachings that are given by wealthy people. And as you begin to do that, begin to take those affirmations, you will begin to change those self-limiting and self-sabotaging thoughts and beliefs that were lodged in your mindset. And once this new mindset is created, wealth begins to come to you freely. Why? Because you will now begin to think thoughts that are enhancing, thoughts that are embracing, thoughts that are accommodating to wealth creation, which will lead to feelings that are not opposed to wealth creation, which will lead to positive steps that will enhance wealth creation, and which will eventually give rise to positive results, and money will now begin to come into your hands. So I want to encourage you to do everything that is necessary for you to have money. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Also in the description box is a link that will take you to my authors page in Amazon, where you can access my books, Wealth Code, and all my other financial books that will help you. Okay, thank you so much, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I release a new video. Thank you.